Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very, very spooky review. I'm your spooky host, Papa Midnight 8. Welcome back. I'm not going to do this whole episode. It's not even like October. It's just like the middle of March, early March, as of recording anyway. Of course, welcome back to another little review. Today I'm covering Outlast, the first-person Let's Player phenomenon of the early days of YouTube, the early days of Let's Play YouTube, and for good reason, because this game is still fucking terrifying. As I found out when I recently did a playthrough of it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I apologise. I've been plugging a lot recently in these episodes, but anyway, how can I not? You can't blame me. So, if you're not familiar, the story is about an investigative journalist. That's a big word. Receives an anonymous tip about shady goings-on at an insane asylum. Oh boy. Nothing could go wrong in a horror game involving a fucking nut house. But anyway. The game is a first-person horror relying solely on using your video camera to navigate around the asylum, as you will see. I apologise if there are jump scares in the background of this, because I'm gonna do some gameplay of this after I've done recording. And I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen, so forgive me. Don't let your guard down. But no way of fighting back against the psychotic inmates. You can only run and hide, praying that you aren't found. This is an alien isolation where they begin to learn your tactics, thankfully. That is a whole story on its own. The AI in that is smart, deliberately smart. Everyone knows about it. Night vision is your only tool at your disposal, of course allowing you to see around the darkness of the asylum. The game is basically pitch black, except for select areas of the map. But even then the light is terrible. But night vision is your saviour. Batteries are needed to activate it, and can be found scattered around the asylum should you run out. You will have to stumble around in limited light until you find some more. As mentioned, it is fucking dark. There is no, like in some games where, your eyes adjust so it's still visible. It's just dark. It's fucking awful. Notes can, of course, be scattered around as well. It's your usual affair when you play a game. It's your lore stuff. Usually clutched in the cold, dead hands of the unfortunate staff. Because that's what happens when a bunch of lunatics break out. They will beat the other loving piss out of the guards. For some reason, not escape. These provide some much needed lore explaining how the asylum fell into chaos, as well as the shady Murkoff Corporation, I think they're called. Certain scenes that are plot related can be recorded and noted down in your journal. These are hard to miss, so it's very debatable whether or not you can call it side content, but to pad it out a bit, I'll include it anyway. Because you can miss it if you don't have your camera up, but because it's like second nature having your camera up. One DLC was made for the game called Whistleblower, which I also did a playthrough of. You can find that in the Outlast playthrough playlist. Taking place before the game begins, but I will cover that on its own. And also there's the sequel, but I'll cover that once I've played it for the channel. It just makes more sense. The game is an iconic horror. Everyone's heard of Outlast, everyone's seen Outlast. Even if not, you've seen the green night vision. Ooh, being a true classic of the genre. The atmosphere is genuinely incredible, being set in an impressive environment with an excellent mystery to unravel. It does get a bit weird towards the end, though. Very supernatural towards the end. But still, it doesn't ruin it. It keeps it just as iconic as ever. But still, that about wraps up this very spooky review. I think the first horror game I've covered. So, yeah. Don't have nightmares from the background gameplay. No, it's not that bad. Hopefully. But anyway, I've been your host as ever, Purple Minnow 8. Thank you ever so much for listening once again. You can find all of my links in the description down below. And in the meantime, I will see you next time.